Jazzcast Pros.
So, I found out it is Mental Wellness Month. Did you know that? I did not. I found out and thought it would be a great opportunity to break down some great mental wellness tips. Today, we have five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me give you a quick rundown and then we will dive deep. The first one is focus on the positive. Second, relax and rest. Third, order your steps. Fourth, nurture your good habits. And fifth, take time to spend time. I want to say thank you to Jazzcast Pros. My producer, Jazz, is the best. If you are looking to start your podcast, contact Jazzcast Pros. She is in the show notes. And if Instagram brought you this way, then she was tagged in the post. So it is never too late to start your podcast. You have something someone wants to hear. So contact Jazzcast if you are interested in starting your podcast in 2022. If you want to start setting some goals and figuring out the best way for you to be mentally well in this mental wellness month, these 5 tips are for you. If they're not for you, share them with someone who they may be for. Welcome to Living the Front Seat Life. I'm your host, Kelly Marie, and I invite you to take this journey with me. We're going to be talking about all things mental health and emotional well-being. You see, I am a overcomer. If you are interested in figuring out the path for you to determine how and where you will drive your future, this is the place to be. We get to determine the ride. We may not get to determine the weather or who's on the road with us or if it's going to be a scenic route or not. But we are the drivers. So join me on this ride, living the front seat life. Welcome to Living the Front Seat Life podcast. It is your mental health coach and advocate, Kelly Marie, in Buffalo, New York, on this snowy January day. Well, first of all, let me just say I love snow. So when I say snowy, wintry day, this is my weather. And I am excited about today's show. As always, I would love for you to like, share, subscribe, call your mom, tell her that there's a podcast, teach her how to listen to podcasts, and have her like, share, and subscribe as well. Because the more people that hear it, the more people that get this good knowledge, and I'm all about sharing. So feel free. I would love you to. I'm asking you to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know which of the 5 are the tips you think you can implement this 2022, or we'll just say January, because January is Mental Wellness Month. Now, the last time that we spoke, I talked about my daughter, Akila, and her And Again campaign. I contacted her, and while she is my kid and we have a great relationship, she was not available. Her schedule would not permit her to be able to be on the podcast this week, but that is okay because we are going to work that out and figure out what works best for her schedule. So that's my fault. That's what I get for ad-libbing and, trying to plan other people's lives around what I need. Shame on me. So, and again, just a quick reminder, I absolutely love it. She uses that slogan, and again, that's her motto, to remind herself and others that our lives, we begin living when we say, and again, because we are living lives that are filled with highs and lows, ups and downs, a lot of downs for a lot of us. And so when you consider you have to get up again and again, and sometimes, again, you are making a pledge to you to be your best you. You are saying, I am willing to do this again and again, as many times as needed for you to be your best version of you. And we're all growing, right? So today's version of Kelly, hopefully, I think is great, but tomorrow's version will grow a little bit more and will be able to implement an and again moment. And maybe you will too. And I hope you will continue to say, and again. Now, on to Mental Health Wellness Month. It's actually Mental Wellness Month. There's advocacy months every year, Women's Health Month, Minority Health Month. Everything has a day or a month, and mental health has several throughout the year. And now January is slated as Mental Wellness Month. It's still January. You may have set some resolutions or some goals for the year, and applaud you. I did not set any. I have given up on setting resolutions. I believe in making change and make change when you know it's time to make change, right? And that may be January, that may be October. I say take advantage of the day you have and make that change that day. But regardless, the first tip, focus on the positive, because you know what? It's all about perspective. Now, I am not talking about that false positivity. Everything happens for a reason, so don't feel the bad. Listen, we have to feel and experience our emotions. There is no reason why we should not, except that if we don't, they can be detrimental to us. Feeling the emotion is not detrimental, that is healthy. And I encourage you to feel the emotions. What I am suggesting is that instead of focusing on the negative, focus on the positive within that situation. Now, let me give you an example. Let's say you are experiencing something painful and you are actually allowing yourself to feel that feeling. That is a positive. Instead of stuffing it down, eating it away, exercising it away, whatever you do, drink it away, whatever you do to not positively recognize your emotions, you didn't do that this time. You are acknowledging that you're feeling that thing, that it is not pleasant, right? But you're going through it. That is changing perspective. That is focusing on the positive. Now, yes, there are silver linings in situations, and it is okay to strive for those things. But we often, get caught up in striving for that silver lining and not acknowledging the cloud that silver lining is circling. So it is so important to acknowledge that storm cloud. And acknowledging the storm cloud is your positive. Saying that you are feeling this emotion, that it is painful, that it hurts, that you don't want to maybe even be in and feel the thing that you're feeling is really positive. Now, it's positive from the holistic perspective, right? That we are whole human beings, that no one part of us is shut off, that we need to feel the wide range of emotions that we've been given to experience, and only experiencing the fun ones is not healthy. We have a wide range of emotions, we experience a wide range of emotions, and it is absolutely okay and important for you to acknowledge all of them. It's all about perspective. Feel the thing, and as I've said before, feel it and move on. Moving on is a part of the positive. It is acknowledging, it is feeling, it is understanding that this thing is happening, and it is moving on. So that's focus on the positive. Number 2, relax and rest. Ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee. Do you actually relax and rest? Are your weekends jam-packed from morning till night? Are you at work during the day and then the evening is filled with activities? I know that we are still in the middle of the pandemic, but there are people out here making it happen in ways that I don't make it happen. I'm not even going to lie to you. I am at home after work. I have no desire to go anywhere or do anything. That is a different conversation for another day. But there are a lot of folks that just do not give themselves time to relax and rest. Do you? I mean, really relax and rest. We've talked about in the past parenting and finding time for yourself, and that is a huge thing that you may be going through. And I understand it is not easy to find time for you, but it is necessary. And when you talk about mental wellness, when you give yourself time to relax and rest, your body gets to reset, your brain gets to recharge, your body gets to recharge. And it is a necessary part of being healthy. It is not healthy to run yourself ragged. It is not a boss move to have all this vacation, personal, and sick time stacked up because all you do is work. It is not healthy. I'm telling you that right now. It's not healthy for the body or healthy for the mind. Now, it may be healthy for the bank account, but we know that money does not make anybody happy. It may give you options, but happiness comes from a totally different place. So, step number 2 is relax and rest. Step number 3, order your steps. Set a routine. And we've actually talked about this several times about routine setting. Here's the thing about setting a routine, you have to stick to it. I mean, that's what actually makes it a routine. Otherwise, the routine is not sticking to the routine. We're talking about mental wellness. So, of course, the mentally well thing to do would be to develop and stick to a routine. And I want to give you an example. I just started a new job and it's kicking my butt. Not the job itself. I love the work. I feel like I'm actually called to do this work. But I've been working from home for more than 18 months. This job requires me to get up every morning, put on real people clothes, drive my real people vehicle to a real people building, and work with real people every day. That is exhausting. Not the work, the people, the steps that it takes to get there. So what I had to do was reevaluate my routine because I had a routine when I was working from home, but I had to reevaluate that routine for this new office position. I have to prep for bed, prep my lunch. I have to take a lunch every day. It's probably tastier maybe to eat at the local restaurant, but that is not helpful or beneficial to my wallet. So it is necessary for me to take a lunch every day. I've got to prep that lunch. I want it to be delicious, at least moderately, delicious. Give me a little flavor here and there. All right, but I have to prepare for that. I've got to prep for that. Do I need to cook? Is this going to be a cold lunch? All of that stuff is a part of the process. And of course, I'm prepping for bed, but the actual getting sleep part. A big shout out to Start With Sleep. We have that podcast. I talked about it last time. If you are struggling with sleep, you might want to start there, right? Develop a sleep routine. Routines can be wrapped around anything or any part of your life. You can routine everything out and know what you're doing every moment of the day, or you can set a general schedule, a general routine. You're up by between 6 and 6:15. You're out of the door by 8:15 to 8:30, right? That gives you, it's not that hard stop, up at 6, out by 8:30. It gives you a little wiggle room to be able to move throughout the day and be a little more fluid. But that still is setting a routine. So that is step number 3, order your steps and set a routine. Number 4, nurture your good habits. So we talked about a routine. We talked about focusing on the positive, relaxing and resting. Nurturing your good habits is key. It is so easy to fall in the negative self-talk pit. We have to be careful about how we speak to ourselves. We have to be careful about pouring into the negative things that we do. It is so easy to do. The body loves it. It's easy for the brain. But let me tell you, it's not best for the brain. So nurturing your good habits, it could be anything. Going back to that routine piece. Pick something that you do and you do well. Maybe it's brush your teeth. Nurture that thing. Pour into yourself. Give yourself kudos for nurturing that good habit, for having that good habit. It doesn't have to be the fact that you work out 5 days a week, but if you do, more power to you because I don't. But maybe that's your thing, right? Don't just do it. Do it and nurture it. Pour into it. Congratulate yourself. Give yourself kudos and acknowledge all of the good work that you're habitually doing. Now, of course, it's going to be different for somebody else, but you know what you do and what you do well. Congratulate yourself. I'm congratulating you. I'm giving you kudos. I'm giving you air high fives from all the way over here. It is all right and wholly acceptable for you to nurture your good habits. Now, this final step may be a little difficult. It can be a little difficult trying to figure out how to bring people together. But 5 is take time to spend time. Step 5 is take time to spend time. We are social beings and we have to find ways to connect to those that we love. I don't have a big long example to give you, but what I do have is to tell you this. It is so important to continue to nurture your relationships, to continue to nurture your relationships, to continue, I'm saying this for the third time, to nurture your relationships. Now, you may be in a household full of people. It is still necessary for you to nurture those relationships. You may see each other every day, all day, but it is necessary for you to take time and be purposeful in cultivating and building and nurturing that relationship. If you are like me, and it's just you in the house or you and one kid, I've got one of the kids home from time to time from college, taking time to spend time together or finding ways to spend time together, but be it virtually, be it going out and spending together time outside. It may be masking up and going to an event together. Whatever it is that you like to do or however you like to spend time with those that you love and care about, it's important to still do that. That social structure, research has shown that it helps to increase our mental health and wellness. So I encourage you to take time to spend time with those you love. So what were those 5 things? Number 1, focus on the positive because it's all about perspective. Number 2, relax and rest. I'm serious about that one now. You have to relax and rest. You time. I don't want to get off track. Number 3, order your steps and set a routine. Number 4, nurture your good habits. And number 5, take time to spend time. I encourage you this month, January, Mental Wellness Month, to really look at what you need to be a more mentally healthy you. We can always be better. So, what do you need this month to focus on to be a better you mentally? I would love to hear about it. Feel free to drop your comments in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and share. I hope today's episode was beneficial and you got something out of these 5 steps. You may find that when you're talking to your friends and family that they may need a little boost or they may need to know about what you're learning. Feel free to share the podcast, share the knowledge with them because I don't want you to keep it to yourself. I want you to be the light and shine this light of positivity, of mental wellness on to others. So until the next time, I encourage you, as always, to be the light. I am Callie Marie, your mental health coach and advocate, and I cannot wait to talk again.